Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to Animated Movies Month. This time we're going to the magical world of Disney. Yes, this is one of the first Disney animated direct to video films that came out in 1994. This is not a horrible one. This is a okay, passable sequel to one of the best Disney animated movies of all time, Aladdin. I'm talking about the original, not that god awful remake that came out in 2019. That can suck it. I have no idea why that was made. It was made for this, but this is one. This is a different one. This is a sequel, and it's not a remake of the first one. And I will say this: I'd rather see this in the remake, Bin Laden, Aladdin: The Return of Jafar from 1994. I saw this when I was 9. And I was like, oh, cool. We're going to get a sequel to Aladdin, one of the best Disney animated movies of all time. And while it's not as good as I still can watch this over some of the other Disney direct-to-video sequels like Pocahontas 2 or Mulan 2 or Tarzan 2. There's just a lot of them that are just like, yeah. This one is okay. It has the same characters coming back from the original film. Jafar escapes from the Cave of Wonders. He was in the Cave of Wonders for like 10,000 years, and Iago gets free, and then he frees him from the lamp. And also, there's a new villain called Abismal. He's voiced by Jason Alexander. He does a great job. I love hearing his voice. It won't be the first time he worked for Disney. He also did the voice of Hugo in the animated Hunchback of Notre Dame movie that Disney did. And yeah, he's really good in the movie. I like him. He's and you also have most of the voice cast coming back. You have Scott Weinger as Aladdin. He's the only Aladdin I know. There's no other Aladdin that's before him because the new guy in the 2019 movie gone. Don't care. This guy is Aladdin. Jonathan Freeman comes back as Jafar. He is Jafar. It's not like the new guy where he's like, "Bring me the lamp. I can make you rich." No, Jafar has a clear accent and he has a freaking demanding presence. And that's what Jonathan Freeman brings in this movie. He has a lot of screen time. It's his movie and he milks every single scene he's in. You also have Gilbert Gottfried, who's amazing in the freaking, he's always, his voice is like this, Jafar. Yeah, I love his voice. I know it's ridiculous. It's over the top, but he has a perfect cartoonish voice. And there is no other voice for Iago. Like the new guy, again, don't care. And you also have Linda Larkin coming back as Jasmine. The only Jasmine I need. Josh knows why I don't like the new Jasmine. I could give you 3 guesses, but I'm not going to go into that now. You guys already know my bias. The only different voices are the voices of Sultan because Douglas Steele passed away by this time. And, well, Frank Welker is still the voice of Abu, the monkey, and Raja, who's barely in the movie. He or she, I don't know if Raja's a boy or girl, I forgot, but the tiger. And Jim Cummings comes back as Razul. He's the only other like side character from the first movie that's back. The emperor, the Sultan's guard. But there's one voice actor that did not come back for this, and that's Robin Williams. Disney, I don't know what you were thinking. I'm glad you got him back for Aladdin and the King of Thieves. That movie would not have been the same without him. In this version, you have freaking Dan Castellaneta. I love him as Homer Simpson. He owns that voice forever. He makes me laugh. I like him in Hey Arnold. He's a great voice as the grandpa. And on The Simpsons, the other characters he does, like Krusty the Clown, I love that voice and the grandpa. But he's not the genie. He seems like a half baked version of the leftovers of what Robin Williams bought. And the material they give him is nothing special. Like he's trying to be big, and he's really trying, but he doesn't do the impersonations that that freaking Robin Williams did. He feels a little bit forced. I think not that you could write Genie out of this movie. You can't. He's a main character in the original film, but his voice just sounds. This is his voice. He's big. He's blue. He's back, and I'm like, no. He sounds like a superhero. He doesn't sound like the Genie. I love Robin Williams' voice. 10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck. I know the difference, guys. When I was 9, I knew that wasn't Robin Williams' voice. I love the genie as a character, but when he talks, it's like hard to know that it's not Robin Williams' voice. But that's one of the biggest flaws of the movie. Besides, the animation is not as good as the original movie, but it looks good. It looks like what the TV series will become later on in the '90s, which I liked. Yeah, and it says that, yeah, at least Jafar is the main villain in this movie, and Abysmal's more like a henchman. When Jafar enters the movie, he has his genie form where he's red, like at the end of the first movie, and he doesn't turn into a snake in this one, and then he has a human form, and he grants the wishes of Abysmal, to be rich and all that, later in the film. Except his third wish never gets fulfilled. And this is the thing: the movie received mixed and negative reviews, mainly because Robin Williams' absence is felt here. It sold 15 million VHS tapes and grossed 300 million, becoming the best-selling film on home video. Of course it did, because again, people love the characters. That's why they wanted to see more. The Aladdin was not a one-trick pony, and this was the original artwork. I used to have this VHS tape. But like I said, even when I was a kid, I knew it wasn't as good as the original. And it's short. It's incredibly short. It's only 69 minutes. This movie's about an hour long. You can get right through it. The songs are pretty decent. What are the songs again? Let me see. I like the songs. They make me they're cute. Let me see. Adaptations, comic, video games. You're only second rate. That's one of the songs that Jafar sings. Um, we can't forget about love is the song with Aladdin and Jasmine. It's just as cute as the first one. Not as good, but it's still a cute song. And the two leads have good chemistry. This had two directors, by the way. Not from the original, but I like to see more of Jasmine and Aladdin being together. And it definitely pays off in the third film, which I'll probably review if I didn't already. I didn't review this one. I know it. But yeah, I do like the film. Jafar is still a great villain. I like to see Iago having a softer side, and when he's actually the hero at the end. He's the one that kills Jafar, not Aladdin, because it makes sense. He was with Jafar when he was in the Cave of Wonders for thousands of years, and who knows Jafar better than him. And Gilbert Gottfried, like I said, he owns this role, guys. You can't recast him because it just feels blasphemous. And it's a cute movie. Like, if you've never seen this, it's not terrible. It's passable. It's not the worst. And this is much better than any of the Disney remakes that have come out. Yeah, come at me. It's better than Maleficent and Beauty and the Beast and freaking Cinderella and Bin Laden and Lion King. It's better than all of those. It's short. It's not a remake, and it does its own thing. And while it has less budget, it still has some heart. These new movies are soulless, boring, and they Britishize all of them. Yeah. Why? Walt Disney was not British, guys. Sorry to say, but the man that created that world that you love so much, the most profitable freaking studio of all time, he wasn't British. So why the hell are you pandering? But anyway, that's enough about that. I'm gonna be tired of talking about that in the next decade. But this movie is okay. It's not that bad. It's a Disney movie. It's out of print now, so if you want to find it, you have to get it through the Disney Rewards or Movie Club or online on Amazon. They have both of these. This and the I think they recently released this on Blu-ray, but it's still hard to find. And it's full screen because the movie was direct to video, wasn't in theaters. But it's a cute film, and it's not very long. And if you have kids with a short attention span, this will entertain them for an hour and 9 minutes. And there's still some really good things in it. I like the singing, except Genie's song is kind of lame. It's what was it? Uh, what was it called? There's nothing in the world kind of like a friend. It's not as good as friend like me. It's nothing like that. It's just kind of a low rent version of it. But the I you know the we can't forget about love is a very cute song. Of course, you know who sings it first? Iago does, and then Jasmine chimes in, and then Aladdin chimes in, and I really love these characters. And in Aladdin and the King of Thieves, they definitely bring it full swing, and I love that. And I like that they went to different locations. It wasn't just in the palace and in Agrabah. They went to new locations, and they had new threats, and they had different a different storyline. It's not just a rehash of the first one. And this time Jafar dies at the end, so you get a completion of the first movie, and it doesn't erase the effect of the ending of the first movie. Let me just read this quick thing. It says, as he attempts to once again foil Jafar's villainous plan to take over Agrabah, and despite the fact that he was freed from his lamp at the end of the first film, The genie is back and wackier than ever. It's clear right from the outset that Disney put little effort into the production, like with the Roman animation. Because again, guys, you can't make a big budget movie all the time. I mean, even Aladdin and the King of Thieves, the animation is not Pixar, but it still looks competent. Particularly in the film also has style and fluidity of a Saturday morning cartoon, which is fine. It's short and it gets to the point. And yes, it says Castellaneta does his best with the material, but generally comes up short. I know. I already said that in my review. He's not Robin Williams, and neither is Will Smith. Sorry, but he's not. He's a great actor, but he's not Robin Williams. There's only one, and we lost him. But his voice will never be forgotten. But this movie, it's a little underrated. It's not terrible. I still like it. I can watch this. I want to watch it again. It's been years since I watched it, and it's a cute little film, and it's a Disney movie that actually has Disney elements that are fun. Unlike the bullshit we get in Disney now, where let's take a classic movie like Aladdin and Lion King and Pocahontas and freaking that's going to be next soon, Little Mermaid and Mulan and all these other things, and let's recreate them in live action. What is the point? You're doing the same story, just with a longer running time, a foreign cast, and a bunch of CGI. Really, that's what you call different and reimagining. No thanks, Disney. I'd rather go back and watch your old stuff. That's the Disney I grew up with, not this freaking CGI crap. But anyway, give this movie a watch. It's not great. I'm not saying it's better than the first one. Oh God, no. That's the first. That's a classic. But it's watchable. And the third one is a really good movie. It's a lot better than people give it credit for. And Robin Williams comes back, which is a huge plus. But anyway, it is what it is. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next review.